Brisbane's Cultural Precinct is hosting the largest ever gathering of Torres Strait Islander art and dance. Hundreds of paintings, photos and sculptures are giving a glimpse into life between Cape York and Papua New Guinea. It's a chance to pass on knowledge gathered over thousands of years and showcase emerging Indigenous artists.
These dancers from Queensland's Torres Strait have travelled a long way to tell their story and celebrate their history.
Our dancing grounds are our museums, our dancing grounds are our libraries, our textbook, and this is where our culture is being preserved.
It's a way to pass on their knowledge.
The culture is so much important because it revolves around our existence, our traditional identity, how we relate to our surrounding environments, the water, because we're known as the seafaring people. With our history, our culture, our songs, our dances, speaks about the 42,000 acres of water that exists between Papua New Guinea and Australia.
The Torres Strait culture is recorded through arts, told through dance, stories, pictures and sculptures. The dancers are a part of a 2-week exhibition in Brisbane's Cultural Precinct at Southbank.
People forget that there's two distinct Indigenous cultures here in Australia. One is the Aboriginal culture, the other is the Torres Strait Islanders. It's also the largest exhibition ever on the Torres Strait.
The Gallery of Modern Art, the Performing Arts Centre, Queensland Museum and State Library are showcasing storytelling from the Strait through the eyes of more than 50 artists. Some of the works are more than 40 years old, like these watercolours, documenting the fish and bird life in the region.
Seagar Passy produced these works in the 1960s, about 1968, and they're just the most amazing suite of watercolours by somebody who didn't have any formal art training.
Life in the Torres Strait can also be seen through the lens. Pictures and video give a glimpse of hunting and gathering. Next door at Goma, a large contemporary mural overlooks other artworks. It's designed to cement the relationship with the land, sea and sky. Architect Kevin O'Brien has created a large mobile tracing his family tree. Each boy represents a relative and their children.
It's probably been bubbling away in my head for as long as I can remember, this idea of where the pieces come from, at least in terms of the trees and the islands and the boys hanging up there. But I guess in the last 6 months it's really distilled itself into a piece of work.
Although he was born in Melbourne, he says it's important to keep a link to his island heritage.
What this piece is kind of drawn from in terms of its inspiration is from these trees in front of my grandmother's places, and where people hang these fishing buoys, and they were sort of ways of understanding and remembering, these massive families and all the interconnections.
As well as the personal, there's the practical, where everyday items become art. Woven bags and tapestry are also on show. For many, the exhibition is a moment to reflect on the past, but also consider the future.
There's a lot of challenges that we face that could impact our traditional culture as well as our custom, island custom and our identity.
One of those challenges, rising sea levels, which are threatening traditional lands.
5 to 6 metres of land where traditional practices are done, traditional ceremonies are being carried out, traditional hunting are being carried out, recreational activity on the island, even for cultivating of crops and any garden stuff that we traditionally grow on the island, which we can't do because of climate change.
Karen Benny with that report.